Welcome back, guys. In this video I'm going to be doing another review, but real quick, I'm in my new apartment because I moved again. I move a lot. If you guys follow me, you probably know that. I'll probably be filming like right here, another white background, put my stuff up. I still have stuff I need to put up for at least the filming part, like my lights and stuff that I did a review on. But anyway, let's get into the review. So I have some headlights and some auxiliary lights for my car. These are both LED lights, you can see right there. And I'm gonna be putting these in the insight just to be a little bit more efficient for the insight. So these both are coming from Oxito, I'm guessing that's how you say it. And they're well rated, and they're about $30 on Amazon for this one. This one is quite a bit cheaper, it's only a few bucks. But if you guys want these, again, all my videos, I'll link it down below so you can find it. But these are LEDs, they're fanless LEDs for your headlights, not parking lights. I got the headlights one. And these are $30, which is pretty on par with halogen bulbs, just regular, what comes with the car. Those are, if you buy them online, they're maybe 15, 20, depending on where you get them. So these are a little bit more expensive, but they're not crazy like some of the really expensive ones. So I'm gonna install these and I'm gonna show you a before and after, and you guys can make the determination whether these are better, the same, or worse than regular standard halogen bulbs. And these, I'm sure these are gonna be just fine, but we're gonna install these too. So these little bulbs for the auxiliary lights just come in a small package, and that's what they look like. Pretty cool looking little LEDs. There's a bunch in here, so you only need to buy one of these packs. And I love the packaging for this because it's so cool. It's like, there you go. There it is. Beautiful. So this is what they look like. I don't know exactly what these are made of, but it is some kind of metal. I'm guessing aluminum, but don't take my word for that. So they look well made, but they are on the cheap side, so we shall see. And you can also get a bunch of different kinds that fit your vehicle specifically. So all of those different ones, just follow the link down below and you can sift through all of them. But these are the ones that are going to plug directly into my Insight. So those accessory lights can actually go on quite a few things. They're in a way universal with a bunch of different numbers. They're not just like a 921 or a 912, they're a whole list of them. So because my car doesn't have side markers or really a whole lot of accessory lights, the only ones there are the headlights, the tail lights. There's a light back here for the hatch, and then there's the map light up top. So the only ones that these work for is the one up there, and apparently the reverse lights are the only ones that they pair with. So I'm going to be using those accessories to see if they are any brighter on those. So here is the map light. I just took the cover off, and there are 3 different bulbs. There's one for the reading light there on the other side, and of course the one that turns on once you open the door. I have it in the off position right now. So this is a really easy way to compare it. I'll just add one in here and have this one as the bulb that's already in there. Then you can look at them back and forth to see if there's really any difference. Now I have already taken out the reverse bulb, which is this one right here. I think it's like a 912. I took this out. I only had it on for a few seconds, put the car in reverse, make sure this was the proper one. It lit up, turned the car off, and I actually had to wait quite a while to even touch this because it got so hot. So hopefully these LEDs are going to be just as bright and not zapping all the power and creating all that extra heat. So there we go, I have it installed. The little slimline guy right up in there. So we'll turn on this one, and then we'll turn on this one. So this one is definitely brighter, and it's also a different color. This is more of a warm, and this one is obviously a very clear white. So there's a difference in color along with the brightness. So one of the ones that it works with is the reverse bulb. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do one and leave the other one the same to give it a side-by-side comparison. So if you are following me because you have an insight and you like to learn how to do things, if you want to take the rear out, there's two little, you see this side, there's two little covers that are on there that look like this. You just get a flathead, put it underneath, pop it up, they come out. Then you have two Phillips screws, and then on the inside, you're going to have one of these little push pins here. Push in the middle, it'll pop right out. That's all you got to do. It'll fold back, and then in here, come back, there's going to be a Phillips head. It's a weird shaped nut in there, but you can take that out. It's like a cylinder that goes through a threaded piece on the inside, and then this whole thing can come out. So I've got that one in there replaced. So here I have it installed, and as you can see, it is so small that the light is pretty much hidden. So that might affect how it's going to look. And the same thing for the front for the headlights. I'm going to replace this one, and I'm going to leave this one the same. They're both very faded headlights. That will be another video, me fixing those up sometime in the future when I get the money. Anyway, so again, if you guys are watching this because you have an insight, just take the reservoir tank, slides right up. And then on the inside, if you look down, it's gonna be right here. There's gonna be a plug right in the center. It comes straight out. No clips or anything holding that in place. You just pull it out, and then you have this rubber boot that pops straight out. And then you look in there and you've got a whole confusing looking thing. So these are the pins that it was just connected into, and then you have two metal hooks. Let's see if I can get my phone in there, maybe get a better view for you guys. Alright, so that is what it looks like on the inside. You've got these two metal hooks on both sides. You just have to squeeze this side in. The other side has a screw in it. So this one, gonna just pop over so it releases the bulb that's in place, and then we're gonna take the bulb out and replace it. Okay, now that the bulb is out, it is pretty easy to get out. That little clip, you just move up and then over, it comes straight out. It's the only thing holding it in. So here we have the LEDs. Let's see if these things are good enough. Now, the one thing for installing these that you have to remember is up at the top. Let's take a look at it like this. You've got these two little metal hooks. Now for installing these, they say when you install this, make sure it's like this, where the metal hooks are facing upward, not downward. So when they go in, it's gonna go in like this, facing up. So I was trying to install this, but this rear piece is a lot fatter and it wouldn't go over. I was trying to figure something out. And one thing I did notice, if you can see on here, there's little tick marks on there. You can actually rotate this thing. Look at that. You can rotate it so it can fit at a different angle, but still have these little things facing in the right way, which is up. So hopefully, instead of having it like this and the bar can't go over, maybe like this. I don't know if that little metal bar is going to be able to clip this thing back on. Hopefully it does, because that's what it's meant for. Whew. Okay, that is a lot harder to get installed. But as you guys can see, I got it installed with the clip that's supposed to go in place. So let me explain how I did that real quick. Now, in order to install it with these things facing up like this is how the little pins go into place. So it plugs in just like this, just the way it's supposed to. But the problem is that wire doesn't want to come over because it's fat on this side. So while it's in, you actually have to turn it. This thing doesn't turn, it's just this plastic piece. So you turn it like this, plastic piece turns, and then you can get the metal clip over, but then you can't reach your finger down because this is in the way, so then you have to return it back this way so you can get that metal clip down. But you also have to remember there's a second metal clip on this side that when you install, when it's flat like this, you have to make sure it's on the outside or else it'll get stuck in one of those fins and doesn't go all the way down. So starting out, you have to have one on this side, one on the side, actually get it into place, and then turn it so you can get the top one down, and then turn it so you can get your finger in there. But it's possible. But the problem here is there's just this big hole where that wire's coming out, and then you plug it directly into where it's supposed to with the headlight. The problem here is you're losing that water resistance that it had while being secured, like basically right here in the boot when this thing was back right in here originally where it's plugged in. See if we can see it on this side. So this is the other side. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but the wires that are going straight to the boot, that's what it looks like originally. So you might be losing out on some water resistance there, but I've got it tucked over in the corner. I don't think any water is going to come up here, or else this engine bay would probably be a lot cleaner. So this is all installed on the driver's side. Let me put that back in. Bam. Now everything is installed. I'm gonna wait until it gets not so sunny so it's easier for you guys to see, and then we're gonna test it out. This is gonna be the normal, this is gonna be the LED, and same thing with the back. LED, normal, and we're gonna see how well it does. We already know that the interior bulbs, the little accessory ones, look fantastic. They're a lot brighter and a lot less warm. They're more of a cool or a white. So let's check these out. All right, guys, it is nighttime and we're here in the car. Kind of hard to tell, but this is just one dome light. I can put on the 2 extra ones and it lights up the whole car. Much lighter, like we saw in the daytime, but definitely more noticeable at night. So that's good for those small ones. Now I'm going to pop it in reverse and let's look at the reverse lights. And there you go, guys, there is the reverse lights. Now the regular bulb is definitely a lot brighter than the LED. Kind of hard to tell. Maybe it's not. You got a little more shine on here on my camera, but that's that one. And just take a look at the difference on the inside of the car. These are the headlights. You can see a distinct difference on where the split is. The left side is the LED and the right side is the regular halogen bulb. And here is the front side. There is a major difference. Again, it's probably hard to see for you guys since this is on a camera, but this one is definitely more amber and you can easily look into it. This one is really bright and you can see all around it is really bright. This one, it's kind of brighter just towards one area. So, in my opinion, the LED headlights are better than the regular halogen. And when it comes to those accessory bulbs, I would only replace the accessory bulbs for accessory things like side markers or anything on the inside such as dome lights. But when it comes to those higher powered ones like reverse lights, don't put them in because it doesn't look like they're gonna do any sort of justice. Hey guys, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. If you haven't already, make sure you follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram so you can get some behind the scenes stuff that hasn't happened yet and unreleased content that no one else has seen. And if you haven't already, watch that video. And if you watched that video, watch that video. And if you've watched both of those videos already, make sure you subscribe down here. Yeah, watch this stuff. It's awesome. And if you've watched that, and subscribed. I love you.